If you look at WWE social media, shout out to IG. They're doing a very good job of building the story that I thought was going on with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. The decade plus time with legacy, them being, certain generational superstars, and Randy wanting to get them couple extra championship wins at the end of his, his time as still being an active wrestler. And somehow it's turned into Pat McAfee being the guy on the phone telling Randy Orton to go be the killer so we can reinvent the Attitude Era. Is that's the story that's going on right now?
I'll be honest. I'm here for him kicking him in the Jones. That's what I was here for.
Maybe saw that and said, let's go.
I just don't know what the phone calls and Pat McAfee appearing on the screen correlates to what we've been doing for the past 3 weeks. That's the only thing. It's not like, oh my God, this is the worst thing in the world. I want to see what comes out of this, but it doesn't make sense how we got here.
Yeah. It feels like it was shoehorned in.
Yeah.
Which is
what we've been hearing.
Which is literally right after the SmackDown, the word on the road was, oh, that shit that happened with Pat McAfee, that was a TKO area manual play. They were the ones that feel like this WrestleMania, which, I mean, the tickets ain't sold. The tickets that ain't sold is still ain't sold. You know what I'm saying? They're still out there. And we're still, a week and change away from the granddaddy of them all.
So how much do they need to drop for you to be there?
When you say
in a good seat 100 section, let's say right now 100 section is $800.
How much am I willing to pay to sit in a 100 seat of WrestleMania 42
right now?
You'd have to like $50
live.
No,
I'm not going because it's not the tickets.
I understand that.
It's not happening now. Like it's a week away. Who's booking that flight with these gas prices?
I'm just asking.
That's
what would it have?
Yeah,
I need like 50.
What would it have to be?
It can't be nothing. It's too close. It's a week away. It's not happening.
DDM said ain't no price.
If you had it, what would it be? If it wasn't, we weren't going through the things that we're going through right now, what would it be?
It would have to be like a regular price ticket, like $200 for both.
$200.
Yeah.
$200.
I'll pay that.
And that's what it is right now. It's like $270, $240, whatever.
In the sky.
What section?
Next to Jesus?
No, 100s.
Oh, so next to Jesus.
That's what it was. That's what it was yesterday.
Next to Jesus from 118th Street.
Yeah.
If you lived in Vegas, yeah, that's a good question. Because that's the thing. You really do, like DDM said, you gotta factor a lot of that shit in. But I mean, I will say, shit, like when I'm watching this isn't helping me get more invested in WrestleMania.
No,
why do I need Pat McAfee to speak for the people who I don't know. Actually, I don't know who he's speaking for. I don't know what planet are we in where this audience is not being serviced.
This is my question about this. Is this the same play that The Rock pulled?
No.
It's not the same play?
It's not the same thing. It's
when
not
The Rock did it, it was more effective.
It was more whatever.
No. I'm just asking, is the play the same?
No.
Because what was said was The Rock went off of the story to try to boost the sales.
You're saying when you're saying The Rock, you're speaking specifically about when Cena turned heel.
Yeah,
that was a big bump, right?
Or when Cody sell your soul shit.
Well, remember who they said was behind that? Area Manual.
That's why I'm asking.
They said that ended up being they didn't feel like they were selling enough tickets for Elimination Chamber going into Mania, so there was a story that was cooked up, and that's when the Rock Travis Scott situation happened. That SmackDown before Elimination Chamber? That was reportedly an Area Manual TKO attempt to bump the sales for that show.
And we see what happened with that.
And we see
Ended up
that
we
was
see
awful.
what happened with
Right.
that.
That's why I'm at. Is this the same play?
Well, the problem with that thing, like at the last time, was they didn't have everybody locked in the way they thought they did. Because if they did, then
It would have
Rock
probably
and
went to
everybody
the
else,
roof.
The Rock and Travis Scott would have done everything they were supposed to do. But I don't even think Travis Scott got into a ring to train.
He wouldn't have had enough time.
He was working on that last with Jack Boys 2 or whatever was a compilation that came out around the time last year. He was supposed to be working on that. And
even if he was working on that, Cal, my point is I don't think he had enough where Elimination Chamber was positioned. He didn't even have enough time to even go into the ring and do anything. Right. Because he's fresh. Don't know never took a bump. He's not like a Bad Bunny or he's not active. I don't see him flipping around like ice.
He's not athletic like that.
He
just turned up. He just turned up. Yeah. It's
this build feels like the playbook was handed to them. Both sides were very much historical stories that had legs, that had, everything to it. And I don't know who said, let's go this way. That's the part that I'm not comprehending how they had this. Both sides have story. Like one side, we know what that is, but this Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes situation, this is like it's there. So I don't understand, why are we putting these people in here?
Why are we adding things why are we putting extra sugar in there? It's already got enough. Mama said it's done. Mama, it really should have been what they're doing on IG. I want my title. We've got this shit going on.
Unless they're seeing numbers that we're not seeing, or they're not reporting, and they're not confident, and it's reflecting in the ticket sales, but they're not understanding that you can bring down a ticket sale all you want. You're going to bring down that Delta ticket?
Well,
it's too late. They should have did this in January.
But are you going to bring down that Delta ticket?
They probably could make that call, but they're not gonna.
They can? To the airlines?
You don't. You don't
think the airlines will make a deal?
You don't think if whoever in area manual, whoever had a line into Linda McMahon to have a line in the truck, if they wanted to get some shit done, you don't think they try and get it done?
They can't do it on this level. I think that's
I don't know.
Thinking too big, to you giving Linda too much credit.
Bigger than the Ticketmaster shit.
Airlines. I'm talking.
What was the first entity deemed? What was the? Remember in the pandemic, it was there were certain jobs that you were supposed that you had to leave open, like you couldn't you
really.
Yeah, remember that? Like I forget the term, but there was a term for the jobs that they couldn't shut down for whatever reason. They were deemed to be
essential.
WWE was on that list. They never shut the fuck down, and that was because they specifically talked to the people in Florida to keep the Performance Center open. I'm not saying that they can move the mountains with the White House, but I am saying they have the people in position. Triple H is on the board for the White House with the fitness, right? If they wanted to finesse, I don't think they would go on that level.
But got a whole bad heart.
Essential workers, thank you. Essential, yeah. It's one of them things where if they really wanted to, but I don't think they really want to go down that route.
I'm trying to figure out who called the shot to say, or who thought that Pat McAfee was the guy to sell tickets. Pat McAfee.
Somebody has they called him in to be the guy. They felt that he had whatever influence. I don't know if it's the ESPN audience that he has for the show. I was so cold to him when he came to WWE. That shit was so foreign to me, but I think they feel that he is, and again, this is probably area manual, probably somebody at TKO. It don't sound like it's Triple H. Triple H sent Cody Rhodes out there later in the show to
try to clean it up, right?
To try and clean it up.
He tried to clean it up on the timeline and said, that's the whole, it didn't make any sense. It felt like
it was disjointed.
It felt like, that's what it felt like. And then he came out and gave that promo that just didn't, what are you talking about?
It was very insidery. It was very much
super inside.
Because Pat McAfee then went online and he tweeted out like 8 or 9 websites or accounts that
I saw
were
that.
pro what his movement was, and Cody went on TV and was like, "Yo, you're tweeting about all these people who wouldn't have jobs if it wasn't for them talking about." I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like that. And it's just like when. Well, because McAfee also mentioned that they just had the lowest SmackDown rating. Like, there were so many things that felt like WCW in that era where you're talking a little too much about the dirt sheet stuff on TV for it to be a suspension of disbelief situation. It felt so much like, well, shit, we're doing kind of poorly before our biggest show. Let's turn what the conversation is online about WWE being down in the dumps into Pat McAfee trying to use Randy Orton to change it because everybody now. They 2 years ago, I tried to tell at a certain point, y'all gonna stop fucking with Cody Rhodes, and that's what's naturally happened. That's what's happened. And while they've had him be the face of the company, it ended up being that people got tired of that shit. They weren't ready for people to be tired of Cody Rhodes yet, though. So now they're scrambling. Is really what it is. It's a scramble to figure out how to turn this shit that's going on into a successful enough WrestleMania. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Go.
I was gonna, because the only other thing is they're not realizing that instead of trying to turn like to make this weird tossed salad before we're getting to the dance like a couple weeks beforehand, they should have just been taking the time to invest it, because we'll talk about the 2 nights that they announced the cards. So many of them cards is the actual storyline. Nobody give a fuck. What did DDM's name say this week? This card sucks. Like there's so, when I think about WrestleMania, I've been saying it on the Patreon, patreon.com/Black Rasslin. It's not feeling like it's WrestleMania this year. It's not feeling like the week before, the 2 weeks before. I ain't got that feeling. I probably will next Friday, but I ain't there yet.
I didn't know it was next week.
It's next
right. Nobody here.
I keep feeling like we have time.
The last few years, I was like, "Oh, it's WrestleMania. Let me order my shit. Let me get my coat. Let me get my jacket, bitch. I need outfits." Now it's giving, girl.
Let me get my travel lube.
What?
Let me get my travel lube.
Don't.
Right. I gotta get my travel lube because they can only take up to 3 ounces.
Pat's show's going off the air? Meg's Pat McAfee show going off the air? What she mean?
Yeah.
So what you mean?
No, that's what she means. I don't know about the show.
Because I heard that he was supposed to be the birthday. Pat McAfee show.
What? That show, nothing Pat McAfee does is for me.
It's been taken off the air.
What?
Why?
It's lit.
Off of ESPN?
It's getting replaced. They're having another on Thursday. ESPN announced on X that the Pat McAfee show will go off the air starting Thursday, April 9th. It will not return until Monday, April 13th. It was a scheduled break.
Oh, okay. It's only going on for a week.
Oh yeah, I thought it was off.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, this one article, but
why would they put it? But why would they post that? Like just air reruns.
But wait, why is he going? Is this a scheduled break because he's going to be in professional wrestling doing the wrestling stuff?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Strong face
because
bitch.
he legit said he had something planned for tomorrow, right?
He posted online that he's got an announcement for SmackDown, a major announcement for SmackDown this week.